friends, welcome back to another episode of Kayleigh Grows, and today is a video that I've had a couple people ask me to do. I'm sorry that it took so long. uh, I it's just kind of been like a long couple of months. So I was in my friend's wedding, and by the time this video comes out, I'm actually going to be out of the wedding. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yes, a lot of things have been happening. I've been doing a lot of traveling with all my moving and stuff. So I finally was able, nightmare. I was finally able to sit down and make a list of plants that I don't want to say I regret getting rid of, but plants that I miss having in my collection. I have 10 plants that I miss having in my collection. A couple of them just were doing really, really badly, so I decided to get rid of them. A couple of them were just would have been such a mess to move, so I didn't take them with me. Yeah, but I do have 10 plants that I do miss that I would love to replace in my collection. A couple of them I talked about in my birthday video, so some of them might seem redundant, but without further ado, here's the 10 plants that I miss in my collection. Okay, the first one is my Hoya linearis. I loved this plant, but this plant was just so infested with mealybugs. I really would have wanted to separate her, and it was dropping leaves like crazy, and I would have really had to do a deep, deep treatment on her, and I just didn't have the ability to move her without losing a ton of leaves, and also being able to get all that mealybugs off. I didn't have the time to do all of that, and all the leaves up top of the plant were the ones that were falling off and really, really affected. So I could have taken a cutting and rerooted her, but I wasn't going to be there, so I didn't want to put that on Ryan. So yeah, that plant did actually just end up in the garbage, unfortunately. So I miss her. I would love to get another one. I would love to grow her really big. But yeah, I do miss my Hoya linearis. The next one that I really, really miss is my bunny ears cactus. This one as well, I had actually dropped a plant on top of it and it broke pretty severely. So she already wasn't doing very well. I did end up giving this to a friend. I can't even remember who I gave it to. I didn't sell it or anything. I just gave it away. And I miss this plant. This plant, it was a relatively fast grower. And I really think it would do well here in Texas because my other cacti are doing pretty well. And I miss her. I loved how fast it was growing, the little tufts that it started out with, and it just kept getting bigger. It was just so interesting. I do miss this plant. Maybe I'll get another one. I might actually want to get one that's already a little bit more established, so it's a little bit larger. The other one that I had was this big, at the biggest, including all the pieces. So I would love to get one that has a bigger starting piece and see how it grows. But yeah, I do miss my bunny ears cactus. All right, the next one that I miss this one I do regret getting rid of, and this is my Baltic blue pothos. This one, I really don't know why I got rid of her. I miss her. I really liked this plant. I think it was just because it was relatively big. But I miss this plant. I love pothos, and I really don't know why I got rid of it. I can't even give you a reason. I would have to go back and watch that video again of why I got rid of it. I did give it to a friend, so she is still alive, but yeah, I miss that plant. I think I would want to get that plant again. Maybe a little bit smaller next time so I can have her on my wall with my other pothos and have her climbing or whatever, but yeah, I miss my Baltic blue pothos. The next one that I really miss is my starfish snake plant. This is another one. I don't know why I got rid of this one. I think there was just other plants that I liked more, and it just happened to be one of the ones that I had to get rid of. I really do want to get another starfish snake plant. They're so interesting with the way that they grow, and I feel like they can get like really, really big, which is really cool. But I had all these babies in my pot, and she just grew so much for me. I really don't know why I got rid of her. But yeah, I really miss my starfish snake plant, and I would like to replace it. Okay, next is my Hoya obovata. This one is one that I like didn't want to have pretty much just Hoya in my collection, so I got rid of it, but I regret it. I looked for a Hoya obovata for a very long time, and I finally found one. I was psyched. It didn't grow pretty much at all since I had her, but I didn't have her very long, so I didn't really give her the chance to grow before I got rid of her. So I do regret getting rid of this plant. Again, this is one, I think I sold this one actually. But I do miss my Hoya obovata with like the big round leaves. Oh, it was just so cute. And it was a good size one too. But I don't have her anymore, and I miss her. And I regret it. The next one is a similar situation to my Hoya linearis, and this is my neon pothos. So I really do miss my neon pothos, but I think it was the right decision to get rid of that one specifically. Neon pothos are pretty easy to find, so I will probably get another one sometime soon, whenever I have a little bit of expendable income. But that plant just like was not doing well. I had that plant for a good amount of years, and I started with it pretty big, and I cut it back for some reason. I don't really remember why, but it regrew, and just one day it started dropping leaves, being super unhappy. It just would not get enough water, so I was like, okay, let me repot it. I really liked where it was in the house, and it seemed to be pretty happy before it outgrew its pot. So I just separated the plant. It was like multiple plants in one pot. I separated it, gave half of it to a friend, and I kept half of it. And neither one of those ever bounced back. They just completely, like, they were dropping leaves, they were drooping, they just never were able to retain enough water. And both plants just ended up dying. I do miss that plant. I don't regret getting rid of it, but I do miss having a neon pothos. So I really do think I'm going to get a new one. Honestly, that I might be able to get at like Walmart or something. I just have to look. And yeah, I miss my neon pothos. That's going to be really easy to replace though. So not too bad. Knight is sleeping in his bed in the corner over there, and I just can't stop looking at him. Oh, okay. So the next one is my bear paw succulent. This one, I really think I got rid of just because I thought it was going to be really hard to move with it. It was relatively fragile. If I touched it too much, little paws would fall off. So I'm pretty sure that's why I got rid of it. I really do miss my bear paw succulent. So if I do see another one, I might just go ahead and buy it. I love how like juicy the little paws are. And that's one of the only succulents that I've ever been able to keep alive. Besides cacti. I can keep cacti alive and euphorbia and stuff like that. But true succulent, that's the only one. That's the only one I was ever able to keep alive. So I might get another one. We'll see. Who knows? But I do miss this one. I think about this one often. But I think she's so cute and I miss it a lot. The next one is my string of hearts, and I know why I got rid of this one. This one would have been literally the worst to move. It was already so tangled and everything like that. I can't even imagine putting it in a box and trying to get it out and all of that. And that one also had a ton of mealybugs. I just had like this crazy outbreak in my house, and I think if I trimmed her way back, I probably would have been able to get rid of the mealybugs, but it still would have been really difficult to move her, and I just didn't want to have to worry about that. My variegated string of hearts was even worse. That one had like mealybugs on every single leaf. That one I treated so many times and they just kept coming back. So I did end up tossing both of those, and I miss both of them a lot. So they're kind of like 2 in 1 for that situation. But yeah, I would love to get a new string of hearts. I would actually love to put it. I have like a window. I'm actually sitting in front of my front door. They're like windows, and I would love to put it in front of the window. That's right here. That would look so pretty. But yeah, no more string of hearts. And hopefully I can get another one someday. Maybe not as big as my last one, because that was like pretty big. Maybe about as big as the variegated string of hearts that I had. But I do miss my string of hearts. I don't regret getting rid of that plant, but I do miss having those plants, if that makes sense. Oh, the next one is my aloe vera, which I know is really lame, because you can get an aloe vera literally anywhere. I think I can get it at the grocery store. But that one I saved from the brink of death, and I'm sad that I don't have that specific plant anymore. I had that one for a very long time, and it was just too big. That's why I didn't take it with me. But I kind of wish I like took a cutting or something like that to try and keep it, because I'm sad that I don't have that plant anymore. That one I regret getting rid of. I would love to have my aloe back. I actually think she might do okay outside here. But yeah, I miss my aloe. I do regret getting rid of her. She was really big. She really was. I had to up pot her because she was doing so well. So I don't know if I'll get a new aloe, but we'll see. I said that I missed that I only had one true succulent. Aloe vera. What was I talking about? I don't know. But I do miss my aloe plant. And then last but not least is my jungle cactus. I only had one jungle cactus, and this, I also got rid of this one. I think I sold this one too. I got rid of this one because it was just going to be so difficult to move with, but this is another one that I wanted for a really long time, and I finally got it, and I didn't have it for very long. I only had it for max 6 months, and then I moved. So I feel like I wasn't ever able to get this plant where I wanted it to be, and I'm sad that I didn't have that chance. I know that I'll be able to buy another jungle cactus someday, but this one I found at a nursery, and it was just really cool. I think this one was like a fern leaf, but I can never tell the difference between all of them. But I miss this one. I don't regret getting rid of it because, again, it would have been absolutely horrible to get here, but I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. But yeah, those are the 10 plants that I really miss in my collection. Let me know if there's any plants that you've gotten rid of that you miss and that you regret, and if you rebought them. But that's all that I have for you guys today. If you guys like this video, give me a big thumbs up. If you guys like me, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I hope to see you guys again on the next one. Bye.